Okay, and what is your question? Please make it for Jensen.
It's for both of you.
Dang it.
What's your favorite moment of your friendship together?
Ooh, that's a good question.
Drone!
Moment? What is it?
Drone!
Drone. Man, those are expensive too. Gosh, I was upset.
Favorite moment of our friendship?
There are a few that stick out for me. You got one?
Sure, I'll pick one. There are certainly many to choose from. I'll pick one, and this might be an odd one, but it was our first fight.
I remember that.
It was it was in the record store. On set, the record store scene, and we got into, in fact, I don't even remember what it was about, but he and I got into, it was season 1, a few episodes in, and for some reason, we went at each other verbally, and it almost got physical, and he took off walking down the street, I went the other way, and that was, I think, the last time we ever got into a fight, because after that, we sat in each other's trailer and basically said, look, this can't ever happen. If we want this to succeed and we want this to succeed, that kind of petty crap can't happen. So that was one of my favorites.
I think there are a bunch of ones. I remember that now that you mention it. There are a bunch. What occurred to me when you asked it was actually almost 2 years ago, and our friend Dick Spate was up in Vancouver directing, and he was waiting on a phone call for his twins to be born. And Birdie, Jaybird, was born during the summer, so we weren't together. But I remember the entire day. It was the day that we shot the episode with Spade, and we did like the Pulp Fiction Reservoir Dogs type thing. We're all slowly, come on now, I'm talking. God bless you. Chuck bless you.
You might need a
Rob bless you.
Towels after that one.
I remember the entire day, and Ackles the entire time, like the code word was twins, right? And so we're like, okay, we're just waiting like for the phone call about the twins, for them to be born, this and that. And at one point in time, and we'd known each other for 12 years, 13 years, or whatever, at that point in time. And I was like, hey dude, you got your passport? You all set? You're gonna strip the airport from set as soon as Danielle was in labor. And he's like, yeah, man, of course I have my passport. And I was like, okay, and this is totally random. I was like, go to your trailer, touch your passport. We're like an hour from where our apartments in Vancouver, and
keep in mind, we travel together every weekend.
All the time.
Every week. He has never asked me if I have my passport. I'm like, yes, I'm a grown human being, Jared.
Yeah.
I have my passport.
And I'm like,
and he's like, are you sure? You need to put your hands on it.
I'm like, go touch it.
I have it. It's in the same place it always is. My backpack, I know my backpack's here, I have it. It's fine. And he's like, did you touch it? I'm like, and he just says and walks away, and now I'm starting to freak right out. Because I'm like, okay, A, that's weird. B, he's playing a joke on me. He's got it. He's gonna have it. But I'll just go check. So I go, and I zip that little pocket, and I'm like, it's not here. And I'm like, he's gotta have it. And then before I like took 2 steps, I remembered that it was in my jacket pocket at home.
In Austin, or in Vancouver.
Austin.
His passport's
I'm in Vancouver.
How'd you get in?
So there's a Nexus card pass that allows me to get into Canada, but they don't accept you coming into the States with that. You have to have your passport.
We have a dear friend who's APD, who's also police department, so we call him.
So, so whatever, we
He goes back to set, he goes, I don't know how you knew, man.
I was like ghost white too. I'm like, great.
Ghost white.
I'm gonna miss it. I'm gonna miss everything.
I guess, yeah.
Anyway, what was the point of the story?
The point of the story was like a friendship thing. was like a weird knowing somebody and going like, and so the day I
Yeah,
got
it was almost like some like clairvoyancy that you
Yeah.
were like, hey, do you have it? And I'm like, yeah, of course. And I didn't have it.
Yeah.
And
I didn't
you
get to
never
see-
asked me that any other time.
Never
that we
ever
traveled.
before since. I didn't get to see him become a father. I was in Austin, he was in LA. But I got to see him become a father of 3. And I was there, we were on set together, Mr. Spade was there. Thank God we found out about the passport things. We would call customs ahead of time. We're like, hey, there's going to be a guy who's coming in. He's an American.
Luckily, we had a friend in the police department.
Called
He made some phone calls, helped out on that end. And then not only that, now he understood the severity of the situation. He was off duty and was waiting for he and I when we landed. We got in his cruiser. We got thrown in the back of his cruiser, and we ran 9 red lights to the hospital. And by the way,